So today I will be doing my Q&A video, and I tried to film this last night, but I wasn't able to finish it, so I just decided to redo it because obviously I'd be wearing different clothes or whatever, so I just decided to redo the whole thing, and hopefully I will try to make it quick because yesterday when I was filming I felt like it was really long, and I don't want it to be a super long video. So I'm going to go into it and try to answer the questions as quickly as I can, and I didn't answer all of them. I answered as many as I could, so I hope, and most of these questions were repeat questions, so they were the most popular questions that were asked. So question number 1, how did you and Rob meet? We actually met when we were in sophomore year. He used to go to a Christian school and then came over to our public school. We still lived in, the same township, but he went to a Christian school and then he came to the public school. And sophomore year he came with a broken leg. He broke it riding motocross. And we had homeroom together, and I asked him if he needed help with his books, and he said sure. So I helped him to his locker, and he never said thank you, so I thought, oh, that was rude. So he never said thank you, so I just didn't talk to him after that. And our graduating class was like 800 people. Now I think the school is like 1,000. So our school's very big, so it's really easy to not see people. So I just didn't see him. We didn't have classes together, so the only class we had together was homeroom. That following year, junior year, we had 4 classes together, so it was inevitable that we were going to be seeing each other a lot. So we started out friends, and then he worked where I worked, and then we started to really like each other, and then we just ended up dating, and we've been together, it'll be 9 years in June, so I cannot believe that we've almost been together 9 years. Like, that's crazy. Next year will be 10 years. We better do something really special on our 10-year anniversary, because that's a long time. Okay, and we were together, like, we never split up or anything like that. We were together the full 9 years. Question number 2, why do you do YouTube? Well, I do YouTube because I started trying to conceive videos, TTC videos, when I was trying to get pregnant. And I just thought it was such a great way to reach out to people and just to have a community that I can, that can be there to support me and I can support other people. And I think it's awesome to be able to go onto this community where you can just look up anything and find reviews and people that you relate to that you may not relate to, in where you live. So I don't know, I just thought that was so amazing, and to be able to share my life, and people, so many people have said like I'm such an inspiration to them, and when they say that I'm like, wait, are you talking about me? Are you sure? Like, I don't know, it's just crazy to think that somehow I'm helping people, and I don't know, it just feels really, really good. And I also do YouTube to just be able to look back on this time that I want to keep in my memory forever. And pictures are great, but having these videos are so special. I've said this before, my delivery video, when I see that, I cry every time. Like, that video to me is so special, and to have that for the rest of my life is amazing. And I'm just so thankful that I've continued to do these videos for you guys and for myself, and for Pax for when he's older, if he ever wants to watch these videos. So those are the main 2 reasons I do YouTube, to inspire people, to connect, and to have these videos for the future. Do you have any regrets in life? I know a lot of people say, no regrets, but I feel like I do have regrets, and not anything bad or anything like that, but I feel like if you don't have any regrets, then how do you learn or grow? You know what I mean? Like, I hope you guys understand what I'm saying, but I feel like, I wish I applied myself more in high school. Like, I wish I put myself out there more, and I felt like, maybe I was too laid back, and if I applied myself better, I would have gotten even better. Like, I would have gotten better grades, because I was just an average student. I didn't, get all A's or anything, or even A's and B's. I was just an average grade student. And then in college, I applied myself way better. Like, I don't know if it's because I was paying for it and I knew that I needed to do good, but in high school it was just like, I'm young, I don't care, it's fine. And I regret that. I wish that I applied myself more in high school and I took it more seriously. So yes, there are definitely things I regret, and I don't mind regretting them because I think I really learned from them, and they are who makes me who I am. So I'm glad that I have things that I regret, because I've grown from them. Do you do anything as a mom that you said you would never do before you had PACS, or anything that you changed your mind about after having PACS? I think a lot of the thoughts that I had before I had a baby are pretty much the same. Like, I really think I stuck to a lot of my beliefs and how I was going to raise PACS, well, so far. And I really am proud of myself for how I'm raising PACS. I think I do a good job, and I guess if there's and I've said this before, if there's one thing I'm confident in, it's raising him. And I've always felt this inside me that I was born to be a mother, and I feel like it comes very natural to me, and I always have felt very confident in that. So I feel like I feel that nothing so far has really changed in my thoughts. So I don't think I do anything different than I thought I wouldn't do, if that makes any sense. But if there's anything I've learned after having PACS, it's definitely making sure you're always supportive to other mothers. And, I was like this before, but now being a mother, you really don't know how people are feeling, and you have to make sure you try to put yourself in their shoes, and you don't know what you would do or how you would deal with situations, when it's not your child. And if you were in that position, what you would do. So I feel like always be supportive no matter what. And even when people message me on Facebook or when they email me, I always, even if I don't relate to what they're saying, if they want my advice, I try the best I can to just hear them out, listen to what they have to say, whether, they might just be venting, and sometimes people just need someone to vent to, and that's okay, and that's great, and you need to just sometimes listen to them. They don't always need your opinion. Sometimes it's just nice to be able to vent and, be supportive for them. So I think that's a big thing, is especially when mothers are having a hard time in some sort of situation, that they may be going through, just be supportive and be there for them. I try to do that all the time, is just make sure I'm being so supportive for everybody in whatever they decide to do. Because a lot of times, even if you don't agree with someone, you just agree to disagree, and, that works for them, and that's great, and be supportive in that. And there's nothing wrong with someone doing completely something different than you do. There's nothing wrong with that. You raise your child one way, and it's okay for them to raise their child a different way. What do you enjoy most about having a baby boy? I love the thought that he is going to be a mama's boy. Definitely, I've already said that from the beginning. I love that thought. And I think when you have a girl, it's like a daddy's girl, but I feel like the boy is a mama's boy. And I don't know, I'm just so excited to dress Rob. I'm not going to dress Rob, to dress PACS like Rob, and to kind of make him like his mini-me. And I'm so excited to see them bond together, and I don't know, I'm just really excited to see Rob teach him things, like boy things, and see them working on the garage together and doing sports together. I'm just really excited for that. Number 6, how often does PACS nurse and you pump? So PACS nurses, this is on a work day. So when I'm saying he gets a bottle, obviously on the weekend, I would be nursing at this time. He wakes up at 5:15, 5:30, I nurse him. And then sometimes he'll go back to sleep until 6:30, but not all the time. And then he will eat breakfast at 8:20, 8:30. He'll eat his breakfast, whether, it's a solid at this point, like toast, avocado, bananas, cereal, something like that. And then at 8:55, 8:50, he drinks a bottle, or I nurse him. He goes down for a nap at 9 o'clock. He's been taking 2-hour naps, so he takes that nap. And then I give him lunch around 12:30. He gets his solid again, whether it be, macaroni, like pasta, or, avocado, or veggies, or fruits, or whatever that, type of thing, grilled cheese. He'll have that for lunch. And then at 12:50, 1 o'clock, he will get a bottle, or I nurse him, and he goes down for a nap. And sometimes he'll take a 2-hour nap. Sometimes he will take a 40-minute nap. It just depends. Here he takes better naps than when he's out. Here he usually is taking 2-hour naps for 9 o'clock and 1 o'clock, but it just depends where he is and if he wants to sleep that long. But recently he's been doing really good at home taking long naps. And then at 3 o'clock he gets a bottle, or I nurse him. And then at 5 o'clock, 5:20, 5:30, he eats dinner or solid. And then at 7 o'clock, 6:50, 6:55, I nurse him. and then he goes to bed at 7 and he sleeps in through the night and wakes up at 5:15 and we do it all over again. Question number 7. Does everyone know that you make YouTube videos? Everyone basically knows that I'm really close to. My family knows. My really close friends know. The only people that don't really know are the people at work, and it's not because I don't want them to know, just because that stuff doesn't come up. We know we're working. We talk about personal life stuff, but, not like hobbies, all that type of stuff. But if they were to ask me if I do YouTube, I'd say yes. Or if they were to say, I wish I had a YouTube channel, I'd say I have one. And some of the reason is because I don't really, word gets around quick where I work. And I really wouldn't want like every single one at work knowing what I'm doing every day, I guess. But if they found out, it'd be fine. I wouldn't really care. But yeah, as of right now, they don't know. But if they found out, they'd find out. And if they don't, then that's okay with me. But yeah, all my close friends and everyone that I see outside of school, outside of work, they all know. When will you be ready to have another baby? Me and Rob have talked about this a lot. And we've decided that I think after Pax is a year old, between a year to a year and a half is when we will start trying. Not sure when that will be, to a year and a half, somewhere around that. Then we will start trying, because I definitely am nursing until he's a year old. That's my goal. If it goes a little bit longer, that's fine. If I could get pregnant while nursing, I would be very, very happy. But yeah, so that is the time frame that I would like to start to try, because it took us 5 months to get pregnant, which is not a long time, but it's not, the first try. So who knows how long it will take us this time. Number 9, has becoming a mother been everything you expected? It's been everything I expected and more. I feel like I knew that it was going to be this amazing thing. Obviously, I never knew what it would feel like, but I just knew it would be amazing and overwhelming and so rewarding, and it has been everything and more for that. And I'm just so thankful to see, people tell you that, but you really don't know until you have your own child, and to see your little tiny baby that you made, and it has a part of you and your husband, and it's just so overwhelming to see that you created this, God, and you created this amazing little person, and it's yours, and you get to raise it, and it's amazing. And I'm just so thankful that I even get the opportunity to be Pax's mom, and I'm just so grateful for him. Number 10, advice you would give a first-time mom. My biggest piece of advice is, do not listen to everything that everyone says. I felt like when I was pregnant, not everyone, but a lot of people would always say, oh, get your sleep now, or oh, wait for this to happen, oh, wait for this to happen. I'm still waiting. I feel like a lot of the times people try to put their experience onto you, and that was their experience. It's not your experience. Every baby's different, every delivery's different, and every person's different. So what they've experienced is not going to be what you experience. And I felt like it was almost giving advice, but it was like they're trying to be helpful, I guess. But sometimes that's not really what you want to hear. Like, oh, enjoy your sleep now. Yes, I know I'm going to be giving birth to a newborn. I know I'm not going to sleep that much, but I'm going to survive. Like, I don't know. So I feel like just don't get upset when they tell you that. I guess they're trying to help, but, just remember that's their experience. It's not going to be yours. What are you looking forward to as he grows? Same thing. Just him being so, just being his own little person, and watching his personality grow, because it's grown so much, and just seeing him become his own little person is so awesome to watch, and I'm so excited to see him get more, become more into his own little person. How do you balance being a mom, a wife, work, and YouTube? I balance it by trying to be organized, and also a schedule helps a lot. My cleaning schedule helps. Me and Rob are really good with routine and being on the same page. I feel like we work together really well as a team. So I think having a good team partner is really great, because, we both wake up at certain times, and then he gets ready, and then once he's done, I give Pax to him, and then I get ready. So it works really well, and I don't know, we're able to balance each other out, and balance it where whatever we need to get done can get done by helping each other. Tips for going back to work. My biggest tip for going back to work is maybe bringing a picture, having a video you can watch of your baby, maybe being able to text, whoever they're with. And I love to text, them, whoever's watching him during the day, and just say, hi, how's the peanut, or how's Pax, and just get an update of how he is. Maybe a picture. Usually I get a picture each day. Just, it kind of makes me just feel good, and to know, I still know what he's doing. I know how he's feeling. At least I can get a picture and just get an update of how he's doing. And I also think is a big tip is to make the time that you do have with them so precious and so special. And I feel like the time that I have with Pax, I try to make it that much more special, just because I don't get to spend that much time with him during the week. So the time that I do have, I want to spend it with him and just, nurture him and show him how much I love him. Why do you work 5 days a week instead of part-time? I work 5 days a week because I work at a school, so it's 5 days a week, 8:45 to 3:45. So I work 5 days a week because that's the school schedule. Where do you work? They've heard me say school. When I say school, I mean work. I work at a school, so that's why I say school, but that's where I work. And I have a degree in early childhood development. What is your favorite age of Pax so far? My favorite age is like every single month, because it's so special each month. But I say between like 6 to 8 months, like right now, is my favorite time, like because he's becoming his own little person and seeing his personality grow so much, and being able to talk and do so many like new things and be so like adventurous is definitely been like really rewarding to watch him just become his own person. So I think 6 to 8 months has so far been my favorite time. What does Rob think about you putting your life on YouTube? Rob is super supportive. I mean, I think you guys can tell with some of the videos that he's been in, he's really supportive, and he loves the idea of me being able to inspire people and share my life. And when he sees letters coming in from, England, he's like, oh my gosh, like he reads the letters with me. He's like, that's so amazing. And he's like really proud of me, and I'm, I couldn't do without him, because when I have technical problems, I need his help. So I'm just really thankful that he is so supportive. How were you and Rob able to buy a large house at such a young age? I think we both have our priorities set really young. We both had, goals in our minds. I've always had a life plan. I used to say I wanted to get married at 24 and have a baby at 26. I got married at 24, I had a baby at 25. So I'm pretty on track with my schedule, and I think we bought a house. How old were we? Yeah, we bought our house when we were 23 years old. So we got our house when we were 23, got married at 24, had a baby at 25. So we really had our plan set, and we didn't want to do anything with renting a house or anything. We just wanted to put it into our home. So that's what we did, and I love where we live, and I love our home, and yeah, so I feel like we really have our priorities are set, and we are able to, I don't know, I feel like we have certain set plans kind of thing. I feel like if you don't have plans for the future, people don't like 10-year plans, I do. I feel like it, kind of just inspires you to achieve those goals that you set for yourself. How are you and Rob doing after having Pax? Me and Rob are doing really well. I feel like for a little while it was a little bit of a struggle, because you kind of put your husband on the back burner and it's all about the baby. And a lot of the times the babies don't want your husband, they just need you. You know what I mean? They just want their mom because they just want the boob. So I feel like now that he's gotten older, that it's way better, because Rob's able to play with him more and bond with him more, whereas before he only really wanted me when he was a newborn. So I feel like you really need to balance the time. You need to have a date night. We try to do a date night every other week. Whether it is just being inside, being home while he's sleeping, hanging out, doing board games, watching movies, vegging out, and that types of stuff. Just, making sure we put everything away, our computers, our phones, and just talk, and make sure every day we ask each other, how's our day, and just, I feel like if you don't ask each other, then it can go unasked, and you could go the whole night without really knowing how each other's day was, because life is crazy and it's fast, and if you don't just sit down to just relax and talk to each other, I feel like you wouldn't really know how each other was feeling that day. Any advice for raising a baby from what you've learned so far? I feel like my advice is to do what you feel is right. I feel like a lot of people, no matter what, there will be studies done about anything, and another study could say that's totally wrong. So I feel like do what you know is right for your child and you and your family, and that's what you should do. If you feel confident in that, that is what you should do. Don't do something because someone else says you should. So that's my biggest tip is that I've learned is, I feel like I'm confident in what I know works for Pax and what works for us, and to follow that because I know I'm confident in that. So I feel like, not to let anyone's negativity, or even if they're being helpful, sometimes it can come off negative, to just feel like, thank you for your advice, but, this is actually working for us. And like I said, it's okay to agree to disagree. So, and I feel like also to make sure you cherish every moment. And I said this to Rob, like, I don't like to have my phone out while I'm with Pax. Like, I need to just absorb myself in him and, just focus on him. Nothing else matters, and he is our main priority. And, I feel like if we don't, then time will slip away and we'll wonder where in the world it went. And making sure our family is number one priority, because if me and Rob aren't good, then our family won't be good. So we need to make sure that we are on the same page, we're a team, and everything will fall into place. When you're at the store, do people look at you weird? Yes, people do sometimes look at me weird. A lot of times I'll try to do it where it's like nonchalantly, like pull it out in an aisle where like no one's at. But if I do see people looking at me, I feel like it's so normal nowadays. Maybe they think I'm taking like a selfie or something. But yeah, no one ever says anything. And if they do look at me, I don't care. But yeah, so I don't know, I'm not really one to really care what people think of me. Obviously that's why I do YouTube, because you'll probably get negative comments, but I'm really lucky that I don't get many at all negative comments, because you guys are awesome and I love you guys and you're so supportive, and I feel really lucky to have you guys to support me and to, even if someone does say something negative, another subscriber is gonna, back me up and have my back, and I just really, really appreciate that. You guys are amazing. Did Pax have any trouble adjusting to going back to work? I actually didn't have any trouble because Pax was 10 weeks old, so by the time I went back to work, he was still a newborn, which I was so upset about, but he was still a newborn, so we didn't really know any difference. But the one thing I will say that good about that is, I feel like if I was to do it now, he would have major separation anxiety if he didn't know the person he was getting dropped off with. That I think like it was more helpful, him being little, because now he's so used to those people. And it would be 10 times more harder on me if he was screaming, crying when I left. He's so happy when I leave, so he waves bye-bye, and when I come back, he's happy. So that just makes me feel really good. And I feel like a tip is maybe, if you are leaving them where they have that separation anxiety, maybe go there a few times where they can get used to the person if they don't know them that well, or have them over your house to play with them, just to get them used to the person instead of dropping them off with a complete stranger. Maybe if it's at a daycare, you can go there and hang out for an hour a couple times a week before you were to take them there to leave them. I don't know, I don't have to do that, but maybe that would be a good tip. How do you keep your positivity? I would say big man upstairs. I feel like things are just not in my control, and it's in God's control. And I feel like, sometimes there's just things that you can't do anything about, and there's nothing you can do about it besides pray. So, whenever I'm stressed out, I just pray to God, that He can help me. And I don't like to feel anxious. I get anxiety sometimes, and I really try to pray about it because I don't like feeling that way. But I definitely feel like I'm so fortunate, and there are people that have it so bad, and I need to be thankful for what I have. And you don't always need to, me and Rob were talking about this, you can't always want something. You need to just be content with what you have, because what you have is amazing, and you're fortunate enough to have what you have in your life. And we're just really, really blessed, and I just like to make sure I thank God every day for the blessings that He's blessed me with. Do you wish you could be a stay-at-home mom? I get this question all the time. Yes, I wish I could be a stay-at-home mom. I would love it. But unfortunately, that doesn't work out for us right now. In the future, maybe, years down the road, I will be able to. But as of right now, we are not able to. And that's because it's really expensive where we live. And even though Rob has a really good job, insurance is crazy expensive, and living here is expensive. Taxes are super expensive. So that just doesn't work out for us. And we, I could live paycheck to paycheck and eat like ramen noodles every night and not be able to take Pax on vacation or take him anywhere. But that's not what I want to do. I want to be able to save for him. I want him to be able to play any sport he wants. I want to be able to take him places and explore new destinations and be able to take family vacations and not have to be stressed. And I feel like when you're financially stressed on your relationship with your family, like your husband, then it can reflect onto your children, and I don't want it to. I want to make sure that our family unit is happy and we have everything that we need and we don't have to stress about money. So that's why I work. As of right now, I have to. If in the future I was to get an opportunity where I don't have to, then oh my gosh, I'll be the first one to raise my hand and say I'll stay home, because I would absolutely love to stay home with him. I mean, it has been my dream ever since I can remember, and yeah, so as of right now, all I can do is pray about it and put it in God's hands. Do you plan to do daily vlogs? I talked about this in an old vlog, big surprise or something like that. I'm not sure, big announcement. But I'm talking about doing daily vlogs, because I do daily vlogs, but I don't upload them every day. I vlog every single day, and I just put them up Wednesday, Friday. But in the summer, I am planning, and I'm pretty positive that I'm going to be doing this Monday through Friday, vlogs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. And then Sunday, I will do like an update. And I'm still vlogging Saturday, Sunday, so that whole Saturday, Sunday will be on Monday's vlog. So I'm definitely planning on vlogging 5 days a week. So check out that, but just for summertime. So because I'm off in the summer, so then I'll be doing that, and then I'll probably go back to my regular schedule during the school year. But okay, you guys, so I hope you guys liked this Q&A. Thumbs up if you liked it. Subscribe if you haven't already. And I hope it wasn't too long. I tried to get everything in there quickly. I may have been talking fast, so I'm sorry. Alright, guys, I'll see you in my next video. Bye!